Thanks so much for stopping by Peachy's Palace. Welcome, and today I am going to have a short little video where I'm going to talk about the different types of tote bags that I've learned how to make over the last 10 months. And some of the things that I've learned, I think for me, the challenging thing was understanding what size was the right size to make a tote bag. I don't know if you're struggling with the same thing, but I will include my favorite sizes that I make, and I will include in the description a website where I found a cute little market bag. It's a simple bag. I'll go ahead and include that there. That has a full pattern with instructions. And if you'd like for me to make that market bag, just let me know in the comments and I will go ahead and get that video going for you. Um, After this video, this will be a short little video where I just talk about everything I've learned about tote bags over the last 10 months. And so after this video, I will go ahead and post my video tutorial where I make a mini tote bag. And it is part of the Let Freedom ring collection that I'm making, dedicated to the 250th anniversary of our independence. It's a cute little teddy bear and stars tote bag. So please come back for that video, or better yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and don't forget to turn on notifications. It really helps support my channel. I really appreciate it. I love having you here. Please include comments. I read all the comments and I try to respond to every single one. I hope you enjoy this little short video on everything I've learned about tote bags.
What I wanted to talk to you about before we get into the fourth um, and fifth and likely final products from our Let Freedom ring collection is I wanted to share with you some of the things that I've learned about making tote bags. And this was actually the first style of tote that I tried to make. This is the pattern for this is actually available on a website. I think it's called the Market Bag. Not that that's the website, but this is called a market bag. And it's just a simple tote. Um, I like it because what it does is it pulls the lining fabric out and makes it part of the accent to the main fabric. Has a simple boxed corner here. And it would be good, useful as like a bag to take to the supermarket, take with you shopping. It's pretty roomy, it's pretty simple. I did add the little snap button here, just to kind of give it another little accent and then give it a little closure. I have learned how to to make different types of tote bags, different sizes. So I'm going to take you through some of my um, products that I've learned how to make, and I'll talk about the design that I decided for the Let Freedom ring bag. So here is the simple market tote bag. And if I find the website, I will go ahead and link it in the description so you can pull the pattern and the measurements out on that one. Then I tried just a simple tote. Um, and this is probably one of my favorite bags to make. This one has bigger boxed corners. It does not pull the lining out. It's just really simply attached here at the top, but it's a very large, spacious tote that fits, just about anything. Go to the gym, going to the beach, going to the bookstore. So I will look for my measurements. I do have a small, medium, and large measurements that I do. I think I usually make the large bag, but this is just a simple tote with boxed corners as well. I did quilt this one, so that was the fun part of it, was quilting this one, and this was part of my Valentine's Day collection. This tote was one of my practice ones. As you can tell, I used black thread on yellow fabric. Not my favorite thing to do, but I learned from doing that. This was my first time working with gussets, and this was my first time making a zipper tote. So I did add a pocket in there, um, boxed corners, and the zipper. Very spacious, very roomy. I like making this style of tote. I don't make, well, when I do make them, they sell pretty fast. So, or they're special orders. So I don't have very many out for sale, but this is a very roomy, spacious tote. And again, if I find the measurements, I think I have the measurements for this one. I'll go ahead and add the measurements for the zipper tote in the description box. Next, I tried adding um, straps all the way from the bottom, and I love this style because it's very sturdy, having the straps all the way down. But since I was kind of just playing with the pattern myself, the straps are a little too far over. They still work. It's not a bad tote, but I've learned to kind of measure that a little differently. What I think I did with this one is I boxed the corners a little too big. But this is a great pattern of a tote, just using it so that the straps go all the way down the bottom, and it's probably the sturdiest and it holds on. You can put really heavy stuff in here. So this one has a pocket on the inside. Um, very, very roomy again because of those big box corners, and then the straps are wide. So a very sturdy tote bag. Here's another example. This one's a little bit bigger than that one. Again, this was part of my Valentine's Day collection. Straps all the way down to the bottom. I think I used um, high loft batting for this one. And again, it is quilted. The pocket is not quilted. It does have a pocket here in the front. Let me see, did this one have a pocket? Oh yeah, this one also had a pocket here in the front. I didn't highlight that. So this one had a pocket in the front as well. So these two are pretty similar, the same pattern. Pocket on the inside, extremely roomy, very, very big boxed corners here. So this is this is one of my like extra large totes that I make. But again, a great bag. I like making these with the straps that hold on to this pocket here. I'll see if I can find this pattern for you all. This one was part of my Valentine's Day collection. It's a simple tote with a pocket in the front. It's got the double seams right along here, along the pocket. It's got the wider straps. I did add a D-ring here for a charm, a hanging charm. I love making hanging charms. As a matter of fact, oh, I love this interior with the little stripes, and I've mentioned it. I'm very much into stripes now. But this one has a pocket on the inside, and it is also quilted, and I think I used fusible fleece for this one. This is a little mini heart tote from my Valentine's collection. It's really cute. I love this tote. I took and made the same version tote, just a little bit smaller. You can see the size difference here. This one I did put a snap on it just to give it a little bit of an accent. It does have a pocket on the inside. This one has also wide stripes. I believe wide straps. The straps are pretty much the same width, but it is a smaller tote. It's a lot of fun. Little mini tote for your books, all your daily essentials. No pocket on the outside on this one. And then this is probably by far, these next two are my probably most popular size totes. Oh, you know what? This one I actually made a little set, and I made a large wallet for it, and I made a makeup bag for it. So I keep that little set together. So this tote here, I like it because it's got the wider straps. It's got the pocket in the front, reinforced two stitchings here along the pocket. It's got the D-ring for the charm. It's got the snap for closure, no zipper, but the snap. um, pocket on the inside here. Simple lining, very roomy, nice big boxed corners. This is I'd say the perfect tote, if I'm honest. So I will make sure that I put the measurements for this one down at the bottom. And then right behind this one, which is my favorite tote, and you can see the difference between kind of the black and yellow one. Don't get frustrated. This was one of my first totes, but you can kind of see the quality in terms of the quality of the tote. This is after a lot of practice. So it gets easier, believe me. Just keep making them. You will get better at them. And then this is my favorite mini tote to make. As a matter of fact, I carry one of these with me and I use it. And it was really funny. I wasn't planning to use it, but I thought, let me test it and just see how sturdy it is. And I've been carrying it around everywhere for a good 3 months. And I get a lot of compliments on it, which gives me an opportunity to tell folks that I make them and point them to my YouTube channel. But it also kind of proved to me that the totes are pretty sturdy. So this one has the panel on the bottom. So this one you use 3 fabrics. You have the main fabric, this is the accent fabric, and then you have the lining. So this one does have a pocket on the inside. I made a little matching wallet with a wristlet for it. But this one has a pocket on the outside. Um, Again, this is one of my favorites because it does have the straps that attach down here and they're really reinforced all the way up. So they're pretty sturdy and they hold onto the bag pretty nicely. It's a comfortable size. I actually use it as a purse, so it's very comfortable. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna make a combination. Um, I'll show you the fabric I've selected for the mini tote and the one I've selected for the larger beach tote of the Let Freedom Ring collection. Now this one is this pocket is sewn on here. It's a different pattern than what I've just recently learned, but because I learned how to make the zipper pocket embedded into the main fabric, I think I'm going to use that technique. Um, and this is the pocket that I recently learned how to make. So I think I'm going to use this technique and then just sew the straps kind of next to it and not have to have the pocket kind of sewn. This one sews the pocket in with the straps. So I don't think I'm going to need to do that because I'm going to make the pocket internal like this one. And this is one of the most recent totes that I've learned how to make. I turned it into a diaper bag, but it has side panels, it has a panel on the bottom, and it has the elastic pockets. Um, and then it has the gussets here on top. And then it's got a zipper pocket on the inside and some additional pockets because it is a diaper bag. But for the beach bag, I think I'm going to, like I said, combine some of these different tote bags that I've made in terms of the pattern. And I am going to make a large beach tote similar to this one. I'm kind of wondering if I should just use this pattern for that one. But I really like this one for a beach tote. It's simple. I can put the zipper pocket on the front to like put keys and sunglasses and like things that you don't want to get sand or, you know, anything dirty get dirty, so you can keep it in the front pocket. I will put a zipper pocket on the inside. I don't think it needs the elastic pockets on the side, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Now, and the only thing I'm wondering is if it should have a zipper. It is a beach tote, so I don't think it needs a zipper because you're going to put a towel, a bathing suit, sandals, sunscreen. So I don't think I will put a zipper on it, but I will put a zipper pocket on the inside and then a couple more pockets just to have. So that is the plan. The plan is to take a lot of what I've learned about tote bags and put them all together and create something fun and new. Now, I can tell you right now, one of the most frustrating things that I found when I was trying to learn how to make totes was that nobody really discussed about the sizes. So most of my totes, let me get my notes here. Where's my, all right. I want to say most of my totes are 18, I cut them at 18 inches wide by 15 inches high. That's the size that I typically use, and I want to say I do a 3-inch boxed out corner. But the one I'm going to make with the Let Freedom ring is going to be bigger. It's going to be a beach bag, so it's going to be, I think it's about 22 inches wide by like 15 inches tall. So I'm probably going to box the corners at about 4 to make them kind of wide and make the bag wider. I'm not going to add a zipper, but I will add a snap. I think I'll add a D-ring because it's also kind of good to kind of hook your keys on here so you don't lose them. Or maybe you can hook your um, key fob on there. And like I said, I'm going to do a zipper pocket on the inside, zipper pocket on the outside. And I think I'll make the straps like this. And then the mini tote will have the straps coming down with the accent piece. So that is the plan. And like I said, the size of tote that I usually, and I'll include the small, medium, and large tote sizes that I play with, so that you can see kind of how I play with them. Usually my straps are at about 24 to 26 inches. That's the usual size of the straps that I add on there. So I hope this information is helpful. Like I said, the most frustrating thing for me was finding tote bag sizes and trying to understand how to play with the different sizes of the tote bags.
So there's definitely more tote bags in my future and in yours, hopefully, if you go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on those notifications. Please like the video and make sure you leave a comment. Let me know if there's a favorite type of tote bag that you want me to make for you. I will continue to search out new patterns and bring them back to my channel and definitely share with you the evolution of my tote bag making journey. So again, I hope you really enjoyed this video. It's just a little short snippet of some of the things that I've learned, but I have so much more to share, and there are definitely a lot more tote bags in our future together. So thanks again for stopping by Peachy's Palace. Have a great day.